Monday evening. I have had a long day of dealing with all kinds of stuff. So I earned my time to color. And that's what I'm going to do tonight. Um, I I received my external storage. Oh, sorry. Trying to fix my chair. Um, let's see. What is it called again? Let's see. Two big RAID 28 terabyte storage. If 28 terabytes doesn't take care of all the stuff I got to put on there, I don't know what will. So far, so good. So like now I have to go through, and this is going to be probably like do a little bit every week of going through my files, getting rid of stuff I don't need anymore, categorizing it better, renaming files, zipping files, etc., etc. While I learn the software that goes with the hardware. So I'm really happy about that. I'm also happy because I got a new keyboard today. And no, I'm not going to do it. I was going to show it, but I can't reach it without something tumbling over, so I'm not doing that. Um, yeah, we're still in that shape, but we're making progress now with getting the storage thing fixed and also getting a keyboard now that works. I have one keyboard that works with both my computers. Um, I'm still using my Bluetooth mouse because that seems to work better, and it switches back and forth between my two computers without a problem. But I was having the issues with the keyboard. The one that I bought to replace it, which was a Logitech, was just not. I don't know, the switch box I had to pick up the switch box I had to go back and forth between the two computers was not being detected by either computer without me having to like restart and do all this craziness every time I switched between one and the other, which is like, okay, that's not, workable. That's not what I need. So I got a new one, another one. I'm still trying to decide if I should send that Logitech one back or not. I may actually send it back because it just did not. It not only did I have problems with it switching back and forth, but the keyboard hurt my wrist just using it just for literally a couple minutes. I could feel that thing in my wrist, and it's like, okay, when I really have to do a whole lot of work, this thing is gonna be I'm gonna have to wear a wrist brace and all this other kind of stuff. Nope, not about that life. Not when you've had a keyboard that gave you absolutely no wrist problems. I'm not going back from no wrist problems to wrist problems. So, but now I have a new one. I think the brand name is Macaulay. It's Canadian, I think, and it's low profile. It's a full size keyboard, but it's low profile. It has the number pad. And I guess most of the things they make are for Mac, but this one happens to be for Windows and Mac. And it's a USB keyboard. So, I don't have to worry about any of um, those these stupid little things. I don't have to worry about that. And I don't have to worry about Bluetooth dropping out and whatever, like I was with my keyboard that I love, this Logitech, um, and runs on Bluetooth, but it was causing lots of problems lately, all of a sudden, and I couldn't figure out why. Um, but anyway, this one, the Macaulay keyboard, I love it. It's really low profile. The previous silicone keyboard cover that I had for an older keyboard I had, it fits on this one, and it's really easy to type on, so I can type fast, and I love it. The switch box, it like switches back and forth between computers like with no problem. It's like the signal directly just carries over. So here's hoping that that continues. Um, because who needs to be buying? I think I've bought like one, two, three, four keyboards in the past year, which is like ridiculous. Who does that? You shouldn't have to do that. And so I'm hoping that this one stays. And particularly because I'm using one that's just a regular plug-in, USB. I'm hoping that will reduce any possibility of it failing on me. Because the other one worked on the USB receiver, and the other one, two worked on the USB receivers, one worked on the Bluetooth, and yeah, and they both failed me. So I ain't got time for failure. I got things to do. So solve that problem. Yay! So yeah, so I started downsizing on my files, getting rid of old stuff that didn't need anymore, and looking at how the external hard drive, how it does that. It says that it mirrors files, so that when I can actually put folders in there, so that as it changes, the data will be mirrored in there. And I got to figure out exactly what that means functional wise, so I can figure out what I can put in there. And so far I only have one. I've only hooked it up to one computer. It doesn't have a thing. I thought it had two things for me to attach it to two computers, but I don't see that right off, and so I got to decide what I'm going to do about that. But even if it only connects only to one, it's still solving a lot of problems for me. So I may investigate, may use like a splitter. I have some. I may try out the USB splitter and see if that works with me connecting it to both, or that might be pushing my luck. And I'll look at it closer also to make sure, like, does it have two things or only one? Because maybe I overlooked it, because, just it can be a little challenge sometimes with noticing little things like that. So I'll check that later, but I really wanted to start solving the problem on this computer first, because it's the one that had the video files that I upload. And even though I have some in like cloud storage and stuff, still, like, it was my computer was not happy. I could tell it really wasn't happy, and I needed to do something before it just totally just said, nope, I'm not working for you anymore. So because the computer's not that old, so can't remember how old, but it's not that old. So I don't know, it might be like maybe 5 years old, I think. So anyway, so that's that. So I was working. This is what I think I'm going to work on tonight, because yesterday I actually all of a sudden decided to work on a page that, like, I was always like, ugh, I don't like that page. And yesterday all of a sudden I decided to work on it. And I think I'm getting over my fear of Kerby, which is nice. So I think I am kind of like going along with Bubble Studio a little bit with their challenge, even though I haven't officially advertised that I'm a part of the challenge or whatever. But I think I'm gonna work on finishing this book. That I need to finish this book by the end of 2024. So, I just said it on the video, so now that makes it's written in stone. That's what I'm gonna do. Finish this book by the end of 2024. Um, and I tried something different with this. I used watercolor markers and or water-based markers. I mean, and blacked out the colors, all of the colors for everything on here, and then I went over it. And I used blue like for all of this, and then even these guys. I used blues for these guys, blue for the birds, the dinosaur, this guy, and then I used a beige kind of color on the trees and some of the deer. Um, yeah, did I use gray? Maybe I did also use some gray on the deer as well. And this one I used like kind of a maroonish brown. Which like I don't know why I made his. I mean, I got deer in my backyard all the time, um, running through the woods. But yeah. So I don't know why I made them this color. I just because I could, I guess. Um, but I could actually lighten that up probably if I feel really daring and use this brown as the instead of doing the shading on white, do the reverse, Um, but I don't know because I kind of like that brown color. So, um, yeah. So I don't know if I feel like working on this tonight. I did all of this yesterday, which like surprised me. Between doing other things, this was what I was working on. Um, yeah. So I was kind of surprised how much I did on a page that I don't like. Huh, interesting. So this is the other side. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one, but I suspect I'm going to do something different. So, but I think I want to. I love this page. I don't know what it is. I love octopus or whatever that is, a squid, and the shellfish. I don't know why. They seem to bring something out of me. Um, I think one thing with this, I have to not be afraid of white space. Learning not to be afraid of white space. Just because it's a coloring book doesn't mean you have to color every spot. So, I don't know. Just a thought. This is a page I don't like, but again, like, because I use alcohol markers on the tiger, I think I'm gonna use the bleed through to work for me, to make me like the page better, to give me some inspiration. So, um, because I just I don't like this one. Um, blah blah blah. Oh, okay. I might want to try not to talk too much because I actually have um a wire I had on the right side in the top of my mouth. Um, at first it was like what they did was it. I think they must have done it on purpose because it was bothering me at one point, but not initially at my first adjustment. And I'd never noticed what they did with the wire back there, but it seems like instead of having the wire extend from the end of the bracket and the very back tooth, um, they let the slack be in the middle between two of my teeth, the very back one and the one next to it. And at one point it seemed like that slack was actually pointing out at my cheek and was starting to bother my cheek. But now that slack is totally gone. The slack is gone and the bracket is out, the wire is out of my last bracket. So I don't know what happened. But it's good that I have an appointment. I think it's on Friday, whenever the 12th is. Is the 12th on Friday? Yeah, I have an appointment on Friday for the bracket that came off on my bottom left side, um, which hasn't really posed a problem at all. It's just like gone. The wire's still staying there and everything. So, but yeah, so it's kind of good that I have that appointment so that they can look at this one on the sorry out of a habit. I kind of my tongue kind of went up to hit that to push it back. Anyway, and so they can look at that wire and figure out what they need to if they need to do something with that, which I'm thinking they probably do. Um, I don't know if they're going to maybe replace the wire because I'm going to tell them I can't go like another. Well, what I have to go. 1, 2, 3. I have to go 4 weeks with it like this. Um, but I have a feeling they're not going to want me to, and that they'll probably do something with that. And I don't know if they'll put in new wire, or put in another bracket in the back, or what. But the thing is, the reason why that wire, the slack picked up, and why now it's not in the last bracket anymore is because my teeth moved. Um, and it's possible that they moved more than they expected, which in a way is kind of nice because that means braces off sooner. It'll actually, can't remember when it'll be a year. It'll be a year in October, but like it was in February 2023 when I started having problems with my teeth. And when I had that one that like had cracked in 3 places, probably because my teeth were crowding, and then the pressure actually made that tooth, explode. And it was something that my dentist should have noticed and seen at least a year previous to that happening, but he was kind of a slacker. And I think he was just here for, I don't know what he was here for, but he's not here anymore. And every time I think he has a reputation for him not being, for being an outsider and not exactly like the other um, dentists and mouth people in the area, because they just kind of would quietly, kind of silently nod their head, and it's like, oh yeah, dude's got a rep. So they've probably been cleaning up after him a lot. But anyway, I was kind of thinking of getting braces anyway because I knew my teeth were shifting. I had a sense of that, um, so it's just kind of, I just got there in a different way than I expected, and that's all right. I don't care. That scripture that says all things work together for good to them that love the Lord, to them that are called according to his purpose. Well, yeah, it was one of those. It's like, however we got there, we got there. Enough of teeth and computer peripherals and that kind of thing. Oops, don't do that. Let me get this to stop. And I probably need to just put some music on in color, because I put a piece of dental wax on that back wire, but it's still kind of trying to poke out because I didn't use the best dental wax I had. I used the kind of the not as good one, and it feels like it wants to poke out, and that's kind of hurting. Oh yeah, it's gone. It's not even out. It's just gone. So what did I do? Swallow the wax? I must have. Oh no. I don't know what it is. Where did the wax go? Oh brother. I wonder. Oh, oh, there it is. This wax is lousy. Better off putting cotton in there. which I may get up and do in a minute. But I really need to start coloring since I said that's what I was here for. Let me go find some music. You know who? Jason Mindamend. Jason Lewis Mindamend. That's my guy. Deep House Tiger Mix. Isn't that what I listened to the other night? They have an Aardvark mix. Wonder what that's like. I kind of like the Deep House better, though. Let's see. Well, he's got an electronic mix. Wonder what that one's like. Nah. He got a progressive house mix with an armadillo. I think I'm going to try that one. Oops, forgot I got to turn my speakers on. I swear this room is just Bluetoothed out. And I forget sometimes. Oh, you gotta turn this on for it to be heard. Won't switch. Yep, there it goes. The artwork looks cool. Again, this is Jason Lewis Mindamend. He has a YouTube channel. That's where I'm playing this from. I hope I don't get in trouble, but I love this guy, so I kind of want to give him free press and promo because I love his work. So I didn't finish blocking out these characters. And I need to figure out if I want to and what I want to in. And I think I do want to. I just got to figure out the color. So get out my Ohuhu markers. I could use yellow or pink. Pink would be interesting. Oh, I don't have to use Ohuhu, but I could use the other ones that I started with. How much do we want to screw up this other page? That's what we got to think about. Let's see. We got pink in here. These are Tong Fu Shop. I don't know. Tong Fu Shop Twin Art sketch markers. 80 pieces. Got them on Amazon. Like just about everything else. Let's use this. A little swatching. Ooh, that's too dark. Yeah, it is kind of purple. I want a light pink. At least I think I do. It's kind of fun doing it this way with the blocking out the colors. Oh, this might be it. I like that one too. Let's see. I think I want the, what is it, pale pink? I can't read what that says. Cosmos. Like the flower that I never knew existed until I started gardening. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do pink. One reason why I feel the need to use pink is that I used pink in here, and using this as kind of an underpainting. I'm kind of interested in how this pink will bring out the color of whatever I put on top. Because even if you think of the color of like basketballs, which I think this is what this is, to put like orange or brown on top of it, I don't know, I think that would be interesting. Kind of learning, see what happens and see if I want to do that again. This not rabbit. It's like it looks like a rabbit, but then it doesn't. It looks like something a little more nefarious. Some teeth in the front? Yeah, it looks like it'll bite your big toe or something. So my cat used to do that I had when I was single, the cat that I had then, and he moved here with me when he got married. I couldn't sleep with my foot hanging out the bed because when he was up, he would bite my big toe. What? It's almost like he would bite toes, like he was trying to taste them or something. Because you know how like cats, like when they hold their mouth like partially open, it's like because they're trying to catch the scent of something. And so I think my cat used to bite my big toe. I don't know. Like I know that's kind of gross. Like why would you want to catch the scent of a toe? But then once I started, yeah, one time he woke me up out of like dead sleep because he really bit down on it like hard. It wasn't just like, yeah, it wasn't like light, like it was most of the time. This one was hard. I was like, what the heck? And I think it's because my feet might have been moving too in my sleep. So, foot moving? Oh, it's alive! Bite it! That was so weird. Yeah, so that cat was a trip. I love that cat so much. He used to, what do you call it? So he used to, screen my dates by climbing up their leg if he liked them. He was always good at that. And then also he dumped a glass of water on my head before. Hey Bubbles, I watched your videos today. I was watching them while I was setting up my stuff. So it helped me kind of chill out and not freak out. Hope you're having a good day. so my cat also dumped a glass of water on my head when I didn't get up fast enough for him out of bed. Because I had a headboard that actually had a shelf on it. The headboard was like a, I don't know, the headboard also was a shelf. And I used to keep a glass of water there, because I'd wake up in the middle of the night choking or whatever. Allergies. And one morning he just had enough of me not waking up as soon as he like tapped me on the face. So he sat up on the shelf of the headboard next to the glass of water, and he just kept tapping it until it dumped over on my head. I got up. After I figured out what happened, I was pissed, and then I laughed because I was like, I can't believe you did that. What a brat. Then after that, I bought a bottle of valerian drops, which is like an herb, and it kind of has the opposite effect of catnip on cats. So I would put some on the tip of my finger. The first time he would tap on my face, like "Get up, stupid," I would put some of that on the tip of my finger, the valerian, and then he would lick it off my finger, and then that would buy me like a few more minutes in bed. And then I felt bad. It's like, what are you, drugging your cat? Oh my gosh! Oh, is she on now? Oh no! Oh shoot! I was waiting forever for somebody to come on, and I thought, well, I'll just go live. Oh brother. I have to check and see what she's doing, if she's doing a short one or a long one. But I'll catch her replay though. And see, that's the wisdom in like synchronizing lives. I know some people don't like that certain people do that, but I actually find it valuable when people do that. Because then I can, like, if I'm sitting at my desk a lot or whatever, which I do when I'm working, and I have no choice because, there's stuff that I'm doing, then I know, like, oh, let me get up and I can do the dishes and a load of laundry and come back and catch so-and-so's live right after this one or whatever. I like it, actually. Because I think the best time I have... Oh. Oh, because I think she's going to send some out to people. Yeah, she's going to send a watercolor palette out to some folks. Did you see, Bubbles, did you see Kim's new watercolor palette? Something I'm keeping. It's kind of in the back of my mind. I'm not ready for that because, like me, like, well, okay, like you heard the story of me in water with my cat, so like I ain't running out to get a watercolor palette, but I have that one that I still have to try out. So when I find, kind of explore with that, we'll see where I am with the water. And there's too much stuff on my desk to be doing anything with water. This music makes me want to dance. Hard to dance in color though. Do a little bop. Well, tell View I said hi. So we have a lot of snow, and I guess from what I hear, it's going to melt, which is going to be a big mess. I guess it seems like the days are gone when we have snow on the ground, and by January, we have snow on the ground and we don't see the asphalt or the grass until March. Seems like those days are gone. Global warming has put an end to that, which, like, some people might be happy about that, but it's not good for plants. It's not good for um, bug control. Certain pests may live longer, but then on the other hand, some pests, their eggs might die because they might be exposed to the cold. So that's kind of good. Unless there's something beneficial to them, like other creatures that eat them or whatever. Yeah. Thank you. So birds, bears. That's kind of a weirdo thing. Hmm. Oh, and I colored a realistic thing pink. Did I mean to do that? Maybe I gotta shift how I do this. Realistic things. I just went in with the pink and didn't think about it. So for dinner today, I made scalloped potatoes, kind of unintentionally. All I knew I wanted a casserole of some kind with ham that I had that I needed to use up, deli ham, um, and some potatoes I needed to use up. I don't really haven't really been eating potatoes a lot these days. Um, and I thought, well, I can make like something, like a creamy casserole thing with potatoes and ham and onions, and I have some ricotta cheese I needed to use. Um, and I always have cheeses, tons of cheeses of different kinds in the refrigerator. Um, and I don't know, couldn't turn out exactly to what I was aiming for. It turned out more like scalloped potatoes, but it was edible. I was trying to envision. Oh my gosh, I think I need to get a cotton ball. This wire's really sticking out. Um, I was envisioning more of a casserole. The potatoes being a little more kind of a little more mashy and not really necessarily like oval or circular like they are in um, scalloped potatoes, but I was just in a get her done moment, and I was just like, whatever, because I hadn't really eaten anything except for one of those nature's whatever um, fig bars and coffee, and it was like 3 o'clock. It's like, yeah, you really need to eat something. So that they may reconstitute it and make that kind of casserole thingy um tomorrow. Oh, I just lost my mouse pad. Where'd it go? What the heck? Oh my gosh. I had it in my hand and now it's like totally like scooting. Oh, jeez. Ugh. Okay, I think I kind of need to mount this switch KVM switch thing underneath my desk somehow so that it's not sitting on my desk and taking up space. But I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Okay, I see a view. Hey there.
Hey Boo, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I was wondering when you were gonna get back to this lion. Or tiger. Which one is I never remember.
Tiger.
Why can't I remember a tiger from a lion? I don't even know.
Tigers have stripes. Leopards have spots. Lions don't have any of
They
that.
don't have nothing. They just plain well not no, they have that beautiful
The
mane.
mane. Yep.
Yes. Well the men do anyway. So how let me see what you got. Okay.
I'm doing
Oh.
working on him doing another color for the base.
All right. I like the oh the rabbit did become pink. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know about him. He kind of scares
He
me. He
is
looks like
angry.
yeah, them teeth. Angry bunny.
He's got attitude, and you're a big on cartoon character. Why are you angry?
Gonna get you.
Did
He's planning an attack.
somebody ruffle your carrots?
Oh, let's see. So, oh, and for dinner, in addition to the scalloped potatoes with ham, I made just a quickie, real quickie, arugula salad. I had some
Ooh.
arugula, and I just all I did was put like a couple, 2 tablespoons of ACV on it. You know, apple cider vinegar,
Yeah.
and some olive oil, and I squeezed it to kind of get the you know the flavor out the arugula and kind of let the acid break down the arugula a little bit. It was good, but it was all between my
I was
teeth.
gonna say, how does that chewing work out there?
Yeah, it was kind of
But you just
it was kind of my experiment with playing with that because like I love eating salad and like since I had these braces, I'm not eating salad
yeah, you
and I
can't do
missed
that.
it.
Yeah.
But I knew it's like eat salad, hell to pay when you got to brush your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, this is annoying.
But your body is getting the nutrients from that
Yeah.
and the roughage.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I kind of enjoyed it. It wasn't too bad to try and eat it.
Hmm.
This was, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well,
On the mission to straight teeth.
right. That's what I say, and then it'll be over soon.
Yep.
So that's it. That's good. A lot of people don't take the time or the uh, concern for their dental hygiene and also health because you take care of your teeth now, you're going to have them for the
Yeah.
eating stuff later.
But it's always a thing in my head because I have my friend from the best friend from high school.
Hmm.
Um, and like just it was basically like right after we graduated from high school, we hung around a lot.
Hmm.
Um, and she was actually from a foreign country in Europe and came over here like when she was 14 and she had really bad teeth. Like they were like really rotten, but you didn't really notice it that much. But yeah, really had bad teeth. She was very pretty though, and
Hmm.
she died of brain cancer like in 2011, and I'm pretty sure that like the condition of her teeth has something to do with that.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that. Okay, I'm sharing your video. Okay, shared. Okay. I shared and I giving you a thumbs up. Hey, Bubbles.
Thank you.
What she say? Oh, hey, just watching you and view at the same time. Well, sometimes that
Yeah, she let me
happens.
know you.
It's all good though, because it's always replay. How about that? here on my tablet and view on my phone. Now that's funny. Yeah, I filled in. Hey again, Bubbles. How you doing? Yeah, I filled in some watercolor stuff. Now I got to go ahead and clean everything up. But I just wanted to come over and make sure I shared your video and give you a thumbs up. And if you're on later on, I'll come back over. But me and
Okay.
my
Yeah.
OCD got to clean up this thing.
Oh,
I can't have all these things sitting around, laying around. Oh my god. Hmm.
yeah. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
not
Well,
sure
I'll
how
talk.
long I'll be on, but we'll
It's
see.
okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
If you're here, if you're on, you're on, and if you're not, maybe Bubbles will come on. I don't know. Is it Monday? Monday? Well, she came on earlier
But
already.
yeah, she was on earlier, and I had
Yeah.
just missed her. It was. Were you live today, Bubbles? Because
No,
when I
she did
came
an
on.
upload. I think.
Oh, okay. Because
I think it was.
when
Well, you're
I
asking her. Look at me. I'm answering for you for her. I'm sorry, Bubbles. You don't know I'm gonna get excited.
because I was doing stuff downstairs, and when I came up, it said like 41 minutes ago. I'm like, darn it!
Yeah, she said it
Like
was an upload.
it's like
Yeah.
all this time I'm waiting for somebody, and it's like a 1 year. Well, that's good to know it was an upload then. I
Hmm.
watched it.
Yeah, I always, for some reason, I don't get Bubbles notification. And I just happen to just walk around and look at, you just look at your bell or your whatever, and there's Bubbles. And I'm like, how come I didn't get the note? How come it didn't ping?
That's happening to me a lot lately.
It's
I don't know
weird.
if I have too many subscriptions or what.
Well, and you think I would, but on this channel, I don't have any. And so, oh, you know what? Bubbles might be on my other channel. I put my other channel on private for a while. I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to make that my cruise vacation channel. I'll be starting
Oh,
that with 10K subbies and monetized channel. So I put it on private, and so I
that's
don't
a
know.
nice idea.
It's a wonderful idea. So I don't know. People are gonna say, "Oh, Views channel got snatched. Somebody flagged it." Nobody did none of that stuff. I put it on private, and I said I'm gonna save it for my cruise and stuff, and just make that my vacation travel tips and
Yeah,
whatever.
that name goes well with
Mhm.
the idea of travel.
Yeah, a view is a view, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and so the people that don't like it, they just gonna unsub. But I'm not gonna be beefing over there. I'm just going. That's gonna be my travel stuff, and I actually have some travel things that I want to put up,
Mm-hmm.
but I gotta wait for enough time to go by. People still be trying to check the records and stuff. Yes, I was in that state. Yes, I was on the plane. Shoot. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna clean this up because I can't sit here in this all this tubes and containers and paper towels everywhere.
Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you later. And if you're on, I can get in later. I'll chat with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping
All right. Oh, you're welcome.
in.
Bye. Kick me out.
Oh, is that what I have to do?
No, you don't have to, but oh, you know what? I'm looking at you on the thing. Oh, hold on. I kicked myself out. I know, right? Okay. I've been kicked out of better places than this. Okay. No, I'm just teasing. I see leave. I see the leave button. Okay.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
It's like, do I have to kick you out? I don't know if I. Oh yeah. Did I? I don't think I've ever kicked anybody out of anywhere. Let's think about it. I remember there was one time when I thought in my head, like when I paused, I was thinking of a moment, and it's like, no, I didn't. I didn't kick anybody out. I left. It wasn't my house. I left. There's this. It happened to like at Blockbuster, movies or whatever, the video place. There was a guy there and he was talking in French. And I don't know if I heard him. How did I know that? He must have been talking with somebody else. I don't know. How did I know he was French? Or maybe because of his accent or something. I knew he was French and heard him talking to the clerk or something. I was like, oh wow. I was like, oh, this is your French? And he was like, yeah, whatever, whatever. So I mean, I just was making nice small talk, and then it turned out I mean, it was a neighborhood Blockbuster, and it turned out he lived like just right around the corner from me, right? So I thought, well, that's nice. So I was gonna be, a good American and just be friendly and whatever. I didn't know he was looking at me like, I don't know, like somebody that was gonna give it up easy or something. So we had gone over. I went over to his apartment, and we were gonna watch TV, watching a movie or something. And yeah, he's starting being all weird and saying all kinds of, like, he learned these things to say in English and saying them to me. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? it's like it's like I'm just trying to be nice and friendly. I just, like, maybe practice French, but not practice whatever you're thinking about doing. So I was like, bye. So I'll walk you home. I was like, no, I think I'm safer walking home alone. See ya. Yeah, I was thinking I kicked him out, but no, like I kicked myself out before I kicked him. He's like, "Go, you go find out how Americans are. I'm about to kick your ass. Let me go home." Don't mistake my kindness for weakness or being a hoe. For goodness sakes. And I was so sad because I thought I was going to get to practice French, and I was going to have somebody that I could actually go to France and visit and all this other kind of stuff. I had like all these things like, oh, I'm going to have a friend who's French, and I'm going to meet all these French people, and I'm going to be able to practice French, and I'm going to be able to be fluent in it, and blah, 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 blah. No. I hadn't counted on the guy being in sleaze mode. I don't know that necessarily he was a sleazy person, but I think he was just in sleaze mode, you know. And I was like, ugh. Oh, I bet you told your friends you were going to come to America and, like, get some from an African American chick. What a loser. Well, he didn't. Wasn't even cute. He was goofy looking. He looked like a geek. So I didn't think, like, I thought for sure, like, oh, this guy's safe. He can't do nothing, you know. Well, he couldn't because, like, I didn't let him, and I would have kicked his ass if he tried. That was so sad. I was so disappointed. It really was. Yeah, he's probably like an engineer or something now. That I think that was like the thing he was studying. It seemed like it was very technical. Nope, didn't work. Yeah. Oh, that was so. I hate that. I thought, oh wow, somebody can show around, the city, tell them stuff about the United States that, like, you wouldn't know from reading, whatever. Nah. I think sometimes I just kind of was oblivious too, because I had so many male friends throughout my life, and they weren't sleazy or nothing, or like in some ways it was almost like having a whole lot of big brothers. And yeah, so I think I was kind of caught off guard by that. Let's see. Oh, there's a big duck in the corner. Let's do the duck. What else did I do today? I've been wanting to bake cookies. I feel it in my bones. I want to bake cookies. And I was thinking about doing, I don't know, it almost sounds gross as I think about it now, but making a combination of molasses and peanut. That sounds nasty to me now that I think about it. Combination of molasses and peanut butter cookies. Ooh, that sounds kind of weird. Let's see. I can't make the kind of cookies I normally make because they're crunchy. They have a lot of crunchy things in them. Because I kind of make these everything oatmeal cookies, basically where whatever I have to put in it, I put in it. And I'll put like pumpkin seeds in there, the pepitas. I'll put currants in there. Sometimes I'll put blueberries in there, cranberries. Usually not all of them. I'll usually pick one of them. I'll either do blueberries, cranberries, or raisins or currants, but usually not all three or four or however many that is. Um, but I'll always put like one of those, and I'll put nuts in it, like two kinds of nuts, like pepitas and sunflower seeds, um, or roasted walnuts, because I can only eat walnuts roasted. Just because otherwise I don't like walnuts. It's really strange. I only started liking walnuts since I learned that you could roast them, and when you roast them, oh my gosh, they taste like a totally different thing. But anyway, so one of the dried fruit things, two kinds of seeds, whatever I can find. I'll usually put a little bit of I'll put flax in there too. Um, yeah, and then I'll have, the regular stuff that you put in oatmeal cookies. Sometimes I'll put chocolate chips and leave out the dried fruit. I'll have chocolate chips and the nut things in there. And I always put in clove. I always put clove in my oatmeal cookies. Um, and I always put probably like, I don't know, triple to quadruple the amount of cinnamon. So if you don't like cinnamon, you may not like my oatmeal cookies. Although I don't know if you really taste it. I don't know. But yeah. But I can't eat those now because I can't eat the crunchy things really. Although I've been eating those healthy bagel things, so maybe I could get away with it. Probably not. I probably wouldn't enjoy it. It just takes too much chewing to eat those. But yeah, so I've been trying to think of a soft cookie to make that I could eat. And I traditionally do not like soft cookies at all. So this has been something I haven't really thought about since I had braces. And I will make cookies like in the spur of the moment, just suddenly do it, and I do it really quick and it's done. And, because I don't know, I love cookies and I've been doing it for so long, making cookies, that I just do it really fast. It's just like frying an egg. But making a soft cookie, not something that I'm not fond of them. I gotta make it so that it's one that I like. And so I was trying to think of what would make me like a soft cookie. And how do I make a soft cookie healthy? Because that's why I would throw all that stuff in my oatmeal cookies. Because it's like, okay, well, if I'm going to eat a cookie, I'm going to make sure it's healthy. So, one thing I could do, although that's going to change the batter, I could grind the walnuts and grind the flax, but then that kind of changes the experience and the taste of the cookie. I don't know, the ground flax might make the cookie taste like fish. What's a fish cookie? I don't. Is this guy real or fake? I wonder if I should do another color, a fourth color. I always believe in like odd numbers because, like, I guess like in art, odd numbers keep the tension in whatever the image is. So you never want to do anything in even numbers. You always want odd numbers. And right now I have 3 different colors. I could do more of this. I don't know what that's going to do to the water. Do I want pinks close to each other? Oh, geez. The roses are pink. Am I going to keep them that way? I have a feeling. Well, Not that they're going to stay pink, they're just going to have a pink base. I'm going to do it. It's only a picture. For somebody who doesn't like to talk, I sure talk a lot when I'm on here. Why is that? Okay. Might be this music. I still have to listen to my State of Trance CD. Probably should rip that CD so I can play it in my car. I think the only reason why I want a new car is because I want it to be like wired. You know, I want it to have all the Bluetooth and all that other stuff in there, so I don't have to rip CDs or anything anymore. Click the button and have my tunes. I don't want to pay for a new car though. And also, I don't want my husband to drive it. I just don't. It's not really a secret, but I was gonna say I just told you a secret, but that's not really a secret. But really, to me, my car is mine. I don't like driving other people's vehicles, and I don't want you driving mine. I think I drove more of other people's vehicles down here than I had. Well, I did drive more of other people's vehicles since I've been with my husband than I have all my life. Because I've always had small cars. So like when I used to take his parents to the doctor, we would take their vehicle, and because mine wouldn't fit everybody comfortably. What is that under there? I love when you can't tell what some of these colors are. Okay, now I don't know where my. Here it is. 107. Is it still out? Oh, yep. Good thing. So I guess as I think about it, one thing that I might want to purchase actually in art stuff are large chisel marker water-based markers that won't bleed through the page. So, I mean, I'm not in a hurry. Well, actually, I don't want to buy anything from Amazon for I'd like to not buy anything from Amazon for a month. But I ran out of something today, just in household stuff that I can only get from there or from the manufacturer, that I'm going to have to get it. But other than that, I really would like to go like a whole month without buying anything from Amazon or anywhere. I just get sick of it. It's one thing to get things that you need, but then I feel like sometimes what you need really is kind of um, negotiable in our country. I don't know why I'm just feeling I need a fourth color, but I'm kind of scared of that. I don't know why. How about a pink whale? But yeah, I'm gonna have to get more of that stuff, and it reminds me I really need to do that, even though I don't want to. I need to, because there's nowhere else I can get it. Grr. So yeah, we had a lot of snow. We got like a, I don't know, a foot? About a foot of snow from the other day. And now I guess it's supposed to melt, but then I guess they're also talking another snow event. Oh, that's the tail of the dinosaur. So, I don't know. I don't like mud. And this kind of thawing after this much snow always brings mud. I hate that. Because it's not cold enough for any of it to freeze. It's staying up in the 30s and then going higher. The mud sucks. I don't like mud. Boy, that's long. Okay, I'm not doing that. Doesn't matter if there's no streaks in this, but so I need to develop a plan for how I'm gonna work on my file system thing so that I can just always do a little bit every week because it's okay. Bubbles has to check her laundry. I wonder, I might need more of this color. I really don't want to do I don't want to do a fourth color. So we're just gonna continue and see what happens. So I've been kind of looking at cars, just kind of paying attention to the cars that I see on the road and looking to see, oh, what is that, or what is. And quite honestly, like all the cars look alike now. So it's almost like they don't have any individual character or anything. I want to get an SUV this time. I've never had one personally, and I kind of want one for various reasons. I figure I'm old. I need to get like an adult car. So right now I have a Subaru, and it's a hatchback Impreza. I love that thing. I really do. But I kind of want something bigger and taller. But I love Subarus. I love the insides of them. They are just some cars. I love them. I love them. I love them. Um, and you just get more. You get more car for as far as you get more for your money with them things because they just are built so well. And they last so long. You want a travel van? I wonder what those are like now. Like, or you mean the kind like that? Do you mean the kind that's like decked out with a kitchen and stuff, or? Okay, I was kind of looking at Jeeps. They're kind of like the only um SUV out there that really has kind of a distinct character. And my husband can't stand Jeeps. He doesn't like them. But man, maybe that's one way I can guarantee he won't drive it. Stinker. I'm just very territorial about my vehicle. Just very, like because you said it's almost like a mini house. It's like your space, it's your home, it's your identity. It's like don't fuck with my identity. That's how I feel about it. Don't fuck with my car. Don't fuck with the settings in it. Don't fuck with nothing in there. It's set how I need it to be when I'm driving. Leave it alone. You can hear like it comes out. The thing comes out of me with that. It's just too, I don't know, it just feels too personal. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to make this house that green. If I can find the right color. What is it? Yeah, see, they do kind of have some neat stuff in theirs. Okay, this is 104 because it comes out darker than it looks in there. Okay, do I still have that out? Uh-oh. No, yes, I do. So, and the Subaru, they're like kind of like top of the line SUV or whatever. I don't really like it. It's like I always used to like. I'm weird. I know I'm weird, but like the practical side of me, like I've always liked Outbacks, and always says I want an Outback. I still probably wouldn't mind having an Outback Sport. But like I don't even know if those come out every year because I don't even see them like on their website now. I don't think I noticed them. But the Ascent, I don't like that. I don't like it at all. And then I'm wondering, does it even have any of the same advantages of the other Subarus, or are they just going along to get along? You know, a Mercedes van. Oh wow, you can stand up in it. Wow, Mercedes are good cars. From what I know, they've always been like just very well built, like Volvos used to be before Ford got them. I'm sorry, but like Americans tend to make junky cars, from what I've seen, unless they're kind of collaborations. But I need a car that's like not too long. I can't drive a long vehicle. And I want one that's high. So I want one that's not for a Mercedes van, that's not brand new, and that's converted. Ah. Another car that still seems to have its own identity pretty much are BMWs, but I don't really like BMWs. I never really have that much. And I also don't like the fact of what you go through to like get them repaired, like how problematic that is. I don't want any vehicle that's problematic to get it fixed when something goes wrong. Nope. I'm very practical. So, and I don't really like, their SUV. It looks okay until you see the front, and then it has their BMW front, but somehow in that way it works the opposite of how it works with other vehicles, where all the other ones seem like they're trying to look alike, and they are looking alike. On this one, I admire BMW for just being BMW and doing their traditional grill and all that, but then it just looks like too much being themselves. It's just too, I don't know, it just looks weird. Whereas Jeeps, theirs just looks natural. It doesn't look like they changed anything about the identity of their brand or anything like that. It looks like a Jeep. It's a Jeep. It looks like a Jeep. Oh, I don't want to pay Jeep money though. But oh, then I think, well, maybe because I'm not really like, I don't really need a car just yet. But I always feel like whenever whenever I start looking like that, it's almost like I'm being prepared for having to go out and get one. Like somehow my senses or the Lord lets me know that, yeah, it's almost that time. You're gonna have to in such and such months or something like that. So that, like, I've already almost been looking for one kind of without realizing it. So that when it's time to get one, and I already have the thing in my mind of what I want and everything. So I almost feel like I'm in that mode. That no, I don't need one. No, I'm not going to go out and buy one. I'm not even going to go out and test drive one, but I'm looking at them. I keep looking hard at them all. Broiled salmon, broccoli, and mashed potatoes. Ooh, wow. That sounds good. Yeah, I was thinking about making, well, I was thinking about making lots of stuff. Pad Thai, um, chili, but I didn't really have the energy to do the pad thai because I have to remember how it's like. Wait, how do I make it again? And when, so I just wasn't. I didn't have the brain for it today. So, but I am in the mood. I really wanted noodles, I think, today, but I didn't really have the energy to cook what goes with it. And then having to make sure it's soft enough and or shredded enough so I can eat it without issue. Let us see. What else do we have? I'm gonna make this thing the green. I don't think I can do it with the chiseling. Salmon Alfredo. That sounds good. Sounds like a good match. Salmon and Alfredo. Sounds good with broccoli too. Or fresh peas. Okay, so we're kind of, see. So we're kind of venturing off from the like how we limited the what we gave back colors, but I'm kind of going for where I see I need balance in these three colors. So let's just say the other way was good for a way to begin, figure out a way to begin, and now we're kind of going off into the wild blue yonder. I think all of these guys are going to get this. I think this music helps. It helps me when I'm doing other stuff, so I guess it's not a surprise. It might help me when I'm coloring too, but got an email from work yesterday. It's like, oh Lord, they're already planning for fall 2024. I'm like, give me a break. Like, can I just live this part of 2024 first? Can I? Can I please? Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I know you got to plan ahead and stuff, but damn. That's how it works, though. That's closer to election time. Okay, now I think I want more of this peachy. 107, 107, 107. Where are you? Where are you? I just had you. These things are all starting to look alike. Or I have too many of them out. I could put them away because I'm not really using them all. There's a thought. I can put them away tonight. As soon as I find this thing, I need to step away for a second. Yep. Yeah. Yep. I will be right back. Listen to Jason while I think I need something to drink and be right back. Okay, I need lotion. I should take some. I should take some of this. Actually, I should do it right now while I kind of have some fullness left in my stomach. Here's it. You say take 3? 3 is 1,000 milligrams of calcium and 400. Dang. I don't want to take 3. That's a lot. Oh. So, oh, there. Somebody who I notice is live right now. If I had thought about it, I wouldn't have gone live because I watched her first video. But Demetra is talking about this person who actually she used to wait on at used to take care of and encounter at the place where she used to work a long time ago. And it turns out now the guy is Chow. He's arrested for kidnapping, for holding some woman hostage for years, keeping her locked up and drugged in his house, and she was pregnant, and they don't know where the baby is, and um, yeah, the dude turns out to be like a total, you know, Looney Tunes person, and I guess he's a rapper. Supposedly, like everybody says they're a rapper, right? But I guess he does have stuff that's out and everything. But she showed some of his videos because she didn't know of him as being a rapper either. But then I guess he actually has a YouTube channel where he has some of his work, quote unquote, on there. And I guess he's like actually performed in clubs and things. And yeah, Demetra lit all day, and she's got like she did a first video about it like the other day, and now she's doing the second part, which I know I'm gonna watch on the replay for sure. But it's titled "Viper the Rapper Houston." Um, but a whole mess. I guess they were still looking. HPD was still looking for the woman where she went to because they said at one point, I guess somehow she escaped, and she had contacted the police because she happened to get access to his laptop one day or something, and so then she contacted the police. um but then when they went there to do the wellness check, she wasn't there. um yeah, a whole like crazy story. So it was still unfolding, like it just started, I don't know, it happened late last week or something. Yeah, and when Demetra saw the picture of the guy, she's like, I know that guy. That's kind of like, it's sad when, oh, her first video was good. She was talking about how, like, once she heard the story or something, that she went on the database for, so for sex offenders or whatever, and that um, she started seeing all these people. Just like, wait a minute, I've seen that guy before, and blah blah blah, and whatever. Yeah, it is scary if you go on there and you start seeing people that, like, I know that person works at whatever whatever, or I know that so and so's cousin, whatever. And then you realize how many people around you are on that freaking list. Mm-mm. That's it. Yeah, that is creepy. But What a crazy world we live in. And I think about, like, I was watching another video. Um, well, a couple. I saw, like, Food Junkies video that was about, he was talking, I don't remember what the title of it was, but he was talking about how people are in all their comments about the movie, the remake of The Color Purple. And what I keep thinking is, for people who, like, talk about it not portraying black men in the best light, I'm like, why is your only thing to say on it that? Like, it's, if there's something, I just, I don't know. I feel like, first of all, there's an unwillingness in general among us human beings today to listen, to hear what the other person is saying. So if somebody, like, comes and tells you their experience, and then you don't believe them, or the first thing you say is something that says, "Oh yeah, I did that too," or whatever, like, you're not really hearing them. You know what I mean? That they're trying to tell you something and you're not listening. And I know that's what, as a black American person, I know that's what I've experienced among people who are, white. When you try to tell them, this is what I experienced when I went to go look for a house, this is what happened. Like, I did have a bad experience when I went house hunting. Um and I was actually, like, shocked because I did not expect it, but it's like, oh my god, if you want to tell me that I can't afford, what I want, and then tell me that and give me advice for what I can do to go about building whatever so I can afford what I want. You know what I mean? But don't treat me like this. That's, like, disrespectful. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that situation. But yeah, so you tell somebody that and then they don't believe you, is but it's like, but that's what I experienced. How can you tell me that I didn't experience what I experienced? And I kind of feel like that's how some people are treating this movie. Even though it's based on something fictional, we all know things that we've seen, among, um, even stories we've heard in within our families and our neighborhoods or whatever. So we know this isn't something that's far off and away. The real issue is, okay, so now, for men, how do you want to be? How do you want to be? What is not being depicted that is something that either you are or that you want to be? And how do we get there? And how do we perpetuate that? So that seeing these depictions don't hurt as much or don't affect you as much. I just, and I know that there are men out there that are being something way other than what is depicted in that movie. So I'm curious as to, like, if it affects you that much, why? Is it because it's too close to home? Is it because it's too much of something you know? I do understand if you feel like, well, there's not enough shown of this, that, or the other. But if there's not enough of that shown, then you need to be and produce that other. You need to see and create that other, to be that other media to be consumed by people. And if you think of it, at the same time, while some people are saying, about the depictions of black males and whatever, well, what are you consuming for your media daily? Um, Because if it's a lot of those rap videos and stuff, well, that's, I don't know, in some ways that's just complete trash. If you don't mind me saying so. I mean, I can appreciate, I don't know, I'm not even going to say anything about that because I don't really think. Some of those videos, I love the way they're created visually and everything, but the message and whatever is trash. So, and that's perpetuating more of what people are railing against in the movie, quite honestly, rather than perpetuating the other, which there are men who are other than that, but you're not going to see it if you keep creating media and creating role models that are other. So just a thought there. I don't know. It just seems like, don't, I don't know. The whole thing, be the change you want to see, and then the stories that hurt won't hurt as much. Um, and then also to hear women when they say that I can relate to this. I know this. I know of stories in my family. I know of people who have experienced this kind of thing. I know historically this has been a part of what's gone on. You can't deny that. And if men won't listen to women's stories, men and women's relationships with each other can't get better. They just can't. We have to hear each other. That's just my 2 cents surrounding some of that subject. But I guess I don't want to see the movie because, like, I don't like musicals. Quite honestly, that's why I don't want to see the movie. I won't even watch it when it comes on regular TV because, like, I don't like musicals. I do not. I haven't even seen The Wiz because I don't like musicals. I'm like, no, thank you. And, like, to be honest, to be totally honest, I also didn't want them messing with a movie that really, like, struck me. Well, gave me the fear of tornadoes in my childhood, and the imagery, the cinematography. Yeah, I just wasn't interested. Yeah, I like Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. Yeah, I like Diana Ross, but I never saw The Wiz. I don't have a desire to see it, and just not going to see it because I don't like musicals. Did they sing in The Wizard of Oz? Yeah, they did sing in The Wizard of Oz, but I haven't watched that since, man, I can't even remember the last time I watched that. I used to watch musicals when I was younger. I used to watch Fred Astaire and, oh, does he have to be pink? This frickin' dragon. Um, yeah. I used to watch musicals when I was younger. I used to, like, watch all the Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire. I used to watch those, the old RKO films, Ziegfeld Follies, those Ziegfeld Follies films. But I can't tolerate them now. I can't stand them. I don't know why I liked them then, but I did. But I don't like them now. Maybe I could watch Jesus Christ Superstar, possibly, and possibly I could watch Hair. Um, did I watch what was it, the movie with What was that movie that was supposed to be like from the 20s or whatever? But they did um, LaBelle's song, Lady Marmalade. What was the name of that movie? I can't remember the name of the movie. I may have watched that. I may have actually watched that, and that was probably one of the few musicals I've watched in the last 20 years. But yeah, I can't stand musicals. I did want to see Avenue Q when it was off Broadway, but I never managed to go see it. That's one musical I could have sat through, I think. Yeah, I don't like musicals. So yeah, when I heard it was that, I was like, nope. I'm not going to see The Color Purple. None of it is a musical. Nope, not there. As far as films, and I'm not much of a popular film person anyway. I like independent films mostly. Independent films, foreign films. Um, yeah, I'm not one much for blockbusters or anything like that. Couldn't finish watching Black Panther. Yeah, it drove me nuts. I have it on DVD even, and I can't even sit through it. What's the last movie I've watched? I think the last movies I've watched have all been on like YouTube, and they've been old movies, film noir. Yeah, because I just watched Diabolique. I watched that the other week. And I guess I'm kind of more of an, not entirely, but kind of an art film kind of person too. Not a blockbuster person. I can't sit through. I can't. Mm-mm. I can always find something else better to do. Because to me, storyline is everything. Storyline is everything. And if you can't give me an intriguing or unique storyline, if you can't give me characters that I can give a shit about, that I care what happens to them, I'm not interested. I'm not going to waste my time. And I can't remember the last time I went to the theater to watch a movie. Because I'm not really. It has to really be something visually enthralling for me to want to go to the theater. And even then, I still might not go because I'm a homebody. Call me boring, and I don't care. I feel like that background needs to be this peachy color. But I think, man, what was the last movie I saw in the theater? I keep thinking Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, actually, I think. But which one? Which movie came out first? I think the Lord of the Rings actually came out first. I saw that in the theater. Um, that was worth seeing on a big screen. Um, but even when the second one came out, I didn't go to the theater to see it. even though it might have been the type that I would have. Whichever one had that big, like that, um, the scene where all the different armies were meeting up, that would have been worth seeing on a big screen, but I didn't. Uh, you know what? Movie theaters actually gross me out, to be honest. That's why I can't sit through it. Seeing the first Alien, seeing that in the theater a long time ago when it first came out, that was worth it. Oh my gosh, that was definitely worth it. So now that some of y'all probably hate me for everything I just said, in the past 15 minutes or however long I've been gabbing, even now I can't even think of a movie I would sit still to watch on TV or anywhere else. I did like the last like kind of recent movie that I watched was that one with what's his name, Eddie Germain, that had the, it was based on the life of that the two painters, and the one that like had got the sex change. I can't remember the name of the movie. I'd been wanting to see that forever, like when it first came out, and so it finally was on Prime, and so I watched it on there. I think that was the last like relatively recent movie that I watched. That's that was really good. That was very compelling. It was also very sad. And it's also like seems like it's so awful how some people will prey on individuals who have gender dysmorphia or body dysmorphia, and they will just to grab, take, snatch their money, tell them they can give them the world, and then really mess up their bodies. It's really sad. It's sad. And then they leave the people not only with a botched surgery, but well, leave them with a botched surgery, and they're not even where they want to be um, in aligning their psyche with their body, but they also now have all these additional medical problems. And every time they get sick, well, I would imagine some people would even avoid the doctor because it's additional trauma. Because somebody snatched their money and put a knife on them. Just like, ugh, it's just sad. It's really sad. I saw something recently about a doctor who, um, I wish I could remember the channel. Um, there's a man who interviews people in the LGBT community, people who are kind of like icons in their area and things like that. And um, one of the women he was interviewing um, had been worked on by like a doctor who was like notorious for like really for practicing without a license a few times and botching some people. But fortunately, what he did to her, I think, wasn't botched, which is fortunate. But what he did something horrible to one person, promising, saying he could do something that really he couldn't, and really messed the person up. And then he was no longer, he lost his license, but then he actually wound up going to Mexico and performing surgeries there and messing some people up there too. I don't like when people say, well, I think in some ways, I think this doctor, I haven't read a lot about him, but the little bit that I've been seeing, it seems like he genuinely did want to help, but he didn't have the skill set. So, ugh, I don't know, what do you do? But you gotta be honest with people though, and tell them if you can't do something, say you can't do it. Tell them you wish you could, but you can't do it. And you can't do it and assure that everything is going to be okay. Are you willing to live with the consequence of this, that, the other, this, that, the other? Oh, it's just a lot. That makes me sad. I'm probably making other people sad too. Kind of don't want all the flowers pink, do I? Just because they're flowers, do they have to be pink? We're making them pink to match. I could make them peach. I could recover from the peach if that turned out not to work. I could recover from that better than that greenish yellow. Another person that I watch who really I love the way she kind of thinks like me, that like she has that critical thinking element that I just absolutely I adore it. I really do. It's just to me that's like beautiful. She's a beautiful mind, and that's Cat Black, um, KatBlaque. Um, she talks about a lot of issues that concern trans women, and she does it in a way where she does think critically about it. And um, yeah, I've been watching her for I don't know for how long, since 2019 maybe. And yeah, I love her channel. She addresses some interesting issues. I was listening, last thing I listened to, even though it had been broadcast, I don't know, a few months earlier, was, and I saw it there and I didn't have time to listen to it and I wasn't interested at the time, but she has a video, that's from her podcast where she, spoke with some had call-ins from lesbian women about the issue of whether gay bars are closing or lesbian bars are closing because of um, having to make decisions about the entrance of trans women into that space. And of course, because no community is monolith, there were several different kinds of responses on several different sides of the subject. And I found it really interesting. And I really, of course, appreciated Kat for the way she conducts those kinds of interviews and allows those kind of conversations that I really think helps us understand that these discussions really aren't that as simple as we try to make them. We try to make them so cut and dry, black and white, but they're not that. They never are. Never, ever, ever. Wherever there's human beings, there is complexity of the problem, of the issue, of the solution. So I'm just filling in all these spaces. I guess that's my goal for tonight. Because that's what I'm doing. I can't believe we have to vote this year. Ugh. Wondering when I can find out when the primary is for this state and plan what I'm going to do. Because this is really a weird setup for this election. So funny when I think back to, like, what was it, 2007? Wow, 2007. How long ago was that now? 2023. Oh, that pen doesn't work. No, I can't do it in my head. 2023 or 24 minus 2007. Really? Oh my gosh. Is that 17 years ago? Good Lord. Yeah. That's now 17 years ago. Wow. 17 years ago, we had a black man running for president. And who won? Enough for that. I remember then, like, man, I went to work, everybody was floating on air. We were like, did this really happen? Somebody pinch me. It was amazing. I never thought there would be such a thing. It's like, if my grandmother were living now, she would not believe this was happening. Not with everything she lived through. And now we got this year. I'm coming off the anniversary of something that I never would have thought I would see. I was watching it on TV. I'm like, is this real? What the hell? have lost their minds. I still remember that one news reporter from NPR who was hiding under the desk somewhere, reporting and hiding under the desk. She was reporting from under the desk. Like how does that happen? Really? Well, dang, I guess this music makes me talk. How long have I been on here? Oh my gosh, 2 hours. Kind of on a mission to finish coloring in the base of this, though. Even though it's not much to look at. I know where I'm going when this is over, though. I'm going to go listen to Demetra's live. Because I want to find out more about what happened with that. If they found the woman and if they found the baby and... Excuse me. Because that's a whole lot. That situation. Check the weather forecast. I think in the Midwest is getting a snowstorm now, I think. And the South has tornado threats. And our stuff is melting and gearing up for, I guess, another round. Which I hope it doesn't snow like snow when I gotta go to the dentist, because I really need to go. Well, I mean, I'm going either way, because that's when the appointment is, and I had to wait so long for it. So... I don't know why I'm using the chisel tip to do this, but there's that the funky, what is it, 104? 104. Every time, I don't know if you can hear that Windows sound, the Windows notification sound, but every time it does that, that's the let's see, backup. I guess it keeps backing up all throughout while I'm on here. Like, that's what it's doing. I was kind of hoping I could get my the Movavi software onto the backup, so then I could where it would just access it when I need it and not be on my actual computer, and then maybe actually put the files always on the backup and not on my computer itself. But I don't know if it can do that. I don't know if that's possible. And is part of like dealing with this stuff is figuring out the names it has for things, and that's why I'm not exactly sure, like with the mirroring, if that's what that does. So I don't want to do too much studying on that stuff right now, because I have other things I really need to do. But I still may have to do a little bit of figuring out what the names of those things are so I can figure out how to do the settings or whatever. Wow. How much do we have? Oh, did that just stop? Oh, yeah, I did a little stutter. But one bonus is I have not heard my fan come on my computer since I've been on here. The fan has not come on. So that's a good sign. Oh, I don't want that color, do I? But I guess I do, because give the other ones that color. You probably should go and give blood sometime within the next couple weeks. I've been feeling too much like I needed my blood because my eating has been so, like, subpar compared to normal. I haven't given blood and stuff going around, but I guess they're low. So I keep thinking I probably should give blood. But I feel like I need my blood. I don't know. Some younger folks need to start going out and doing that because I need my blood. Yeah, I'm going to do the crown too. Let me save it for. Something else I was thinking of making this week is a veggie burger because I think I posted some of the veggie burgers I saw like on YouTube today. I think I posted some of the recipes on my wall, the videos or whatever, and one of them looks like it's like wow, that looks really good. Even though I personally don't like using my oatmeal to make veggie burgers. I like using my oatmeal to make oatmeal cookies. But he got a really good consistency on that veggie burger. And that was really tempting. Because I know when you get a good grain in there and you get a good mix, you really do get a good consistency on the veggie burger, and it makes it that it's like meat. It has that same kind of texture, so that you don't really miss that it's not meat because it's its own thing, and it tastes good, and it has a good bite to it. But I don't know. I may try it with the oatmeal like he did it, because he got a really nice. It cooked really well. It got a nice sear on it, and yeah, really tempting. But then I think about it. Oh, it's like all this work. I got to spend time putting it together. I mean, it's not really a lot of time, and I can break it up into steps, but I just have been more into one pot cooking lately because I just don't have the. I don't know. I kind of feel aggravated by food since I've gotten the braces. I've been aggravated by food because what it takes to extra effort of getting my teeth clean and stuff. I mean, it's not really that bad, but it's just like I don't know. anything being out of the normal can be an annoyance to me because I'm such a habit person. Okay, I guess we're going. Oh, oops, that didn't chisel right. My chisel didn't chisel. The non-chiseling chisel. I went to bed. I think I went to bed late last night too. Not as late as the night before, but after I was live on Views Live, I still stayed up. Like, go to bed. I need to go to bed, but I was still up. It's like, go to freaking bed. Go to bed. So I'm going to try to be a little more reasonable, although I don't even know what time it is right now. I want to get some cashews too, because another recipe I saw on here by this Indian woman who lives in the UK. I can't remember her name offhand, but I save a lot of her videos because she has a lot of good food. And she did this cashew cauliflower, and she fries the cashews with onions, and like the cashews like get this real brown, on them. They like, get crispy, but she does that to like gets it to get the flavor on it, and then she puts it in the blender, makes a sauce out of it, and it goes over the cauliflower. And I saw that and I was like, ooh, I want that. So that made me want to go out and get some cashews. Okay, Mr. Barrel's getting the... What color is this anyway? It's called brown gray. The barrel's getting the brown gray. Oh, so there's two brooms. I don't even know what I'm going to go over this with. What I'm going to use with the pencils. I have no idea. So I may start uploading videos pretty soon, since I have this contraption now. Okay. Have a good night, view. So the long lives might stop soon. Now that I have a storage situation. It's usually how I color, is like in between doing other things. You usually don't have like long spans of time to just sit and do this. I am almost there. I almost have every single thing colored in. I think this really is helping me not be afraid. Oops, I didn't mean to make it that color. But since we did, I guess it is going to be that color. This is kind of helping me not be afraid of Kerby. Felt overwhelmed seeing all these little things in there. This makes me feel less overwhelmed. And I wonder why I didn't color in their mouths. I probably should. What happened to the... They didn't do their eyes either. I don't know if there's a reason for that. I don't know if there's a reason to do their eyes. But it needs to be all the way pink. All the way pink. I'm going to try and go to bed at a reasonable hour tonight. I did some laundry today, but tomorrow I'm going to have to strip the bed day. I'm putting pink back there just because I can. It's strip the bed day. And when I do that, it usually puts me in a mode where I'm like nonstop running. Just really kind of doing a little bit of deeper cleaning of things. Plus, I might want to start really, now that I have my peripheral situation together, actually like finishing the desk cleaning that I started. Before my peripherals conked out on me. Even though I feel like I should have made the balloon that color, I'm not. It's just because I want to, I don't know. I'm just not. What can I say? Oops, and I went over the line. I'm not using my kindergarten skills. Mrs. Brown would be disappointed in me. It's funny, I remember my kindergarten teacher's name, but I don't remember my first grade teacher's name, and I don't remember my second grade teacher's name. I remember what my second grade teacher looked like, though. And I don't remember her name, which is kind of odd. Don't know what I'm going to do with the stars, because I don't think I colored over any of the stars. So I'm probably going to keep it that way. Like, That wire's poking. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Almost there. Do background first. More than darn clouds. They really hide out in here. Almost there. I'm not getting this chisel tip too well. It feels so nice to use. Materials that like I kind of had but wasn't using really. And I kind of want to do that this year. I want to use what I have rather than buying more. Were it all possible, and I can't. I mean, really, with all the stuff I have, it's got to be possible to use what I have. Surely what I have is enough. Okay, so I'm giving Jason Lewis's Mind of Men. I'm giving his armadillo mix a thumbs up because, yeah, definitely helped me get a lot done here. And I like it melodically. I think I'm gonna make this one this color because the magical 3 thing. Because the other images that are at the horizon line are also this color. There's 1, 2. Oh, now it's 4. Oh, well, we'll do this one and it'll be 5. How about that? I don't know why. I do odd number for tension. I actually think I want this inside guy to be that color too. We are almost there. Then after this, we'll have to decide, okay, what are the real colors we're going to use? Which I'm thinking I want to stay like with what this tiger is. I want to go over with colors that make it to that effect. Have I been muted all this time? How long have I been muted? I didn't even realize it. Ooh, that's weird. I guess I'll find out in the playback. Go watch it. I didn't realize I was muted. Hmm. Okay. We're almost there. Almost at the end. Hmm. 3. Ice cream must be pink. It must be pink. This cutest little ice cream cone. Very effective. I think we're gonna make that leaf green. I could have made this the... No, don't do. Oh, shoot. It's a face. Oh, well. Now, this star has eyes, but I'm not going to color it in, I don't think. I don't see where I did that anywhere else. So I won't do that one. Even if it is different because it has eyes, I'm not going to do that. When you think about it, how long, as long as this live is almost, just how long it's taken me to do this, to finish this part. So, it's kind of interesting in a way. Then you can almost like figure out how long it took you to work on something by looking at how long the live is, which is kind of useful. I mean, I could set a timer or something like that if I were, but um, which is a thought. It's something to do. I never thought of that. Never has been so easy as since having smartphones. I do like this armadillo mix of Jason's Mind Amend. So it's one of my favorites. It's supposed to be the sweets corner with the ice cream cone and the lollipop the blow pop, and the spiral lollipop. Okay, last one, I think. That's it. We finished it. I'm gonna put these guys away. So less things on my desk. No more alcohol markers. So here we have it. Coloring. Next step is pencils. Excuse me. Let's see what it did on the other side. That's kind of cool. Almost looks like kind of like stars in a way on this side. That'll be interesting to work with. Okay, so that's it for me tonight. 2 hours, 36 minutes. Sounds like a good time to finish. And again, I'm coloring in Kerby Rosanes Colormorphia. Trying to finish this book is my project for 2024. I just decided that officially today on this live. Listening to Jason Lewis Mind Amend, Peak Focus, Beta Wave, Isochronic Tones, Progressive House, Armadillo Mix. Check it out. I'll probably post it on my wall. And hope you all have a lovely evening. Happy Monday night.